fight on the landing grounds.
We shall fight in the fields and in the streets.
We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
We shall never surrender.
20 years ago, back where it all began. Soldiers, heroes of World War II, the first in the series, the first series that today is ending with Men of War 2. My name's Beth. This is another super sharp shooter show, The Road to Men of War 2. Soldiers, Heroes of World War II is the first in a series of real-time video games developed by or under the supervision of the Ukrainian company Bestway. Player can take control of the American, British, Soviet or German forces to play out battles that are set in World War II. The game is primarily a strategy game, but the player can take control of his forces and direct them with the keyboard and mouse as primary means of control. There they go. This is £5 on Steam, £2 on Amazon. What this game brings to real-time strategy, or real-time tactics, I think they now call it, is the ability to micromanage. In Company of Heroes, your squad of troops, you click on them and 5 blokes run over and jump in the house. In Call to Arms, you click on them and 1 bloke can be selected out of your group and individually controlled. In the State of Heroes was a pretty difficult game, but the missions are brilliant. The missions were really nicely scripted, and again, parts of history that I never knew until I played this series of game. Things like the Eastern Front, war in the Eastern Front. I know nothing about that. Most of what I know about that I've learned through these games. Let's have a little look and see how they were selling this game to us all those 20 years ago. Look, £4.29 on Steam, £1.98 on Amazon. Just saying. Let's have a little look at the. So the graphics are pretty dated. You know, those are blocky compared to 4K. So I was playing this back in the day at 1280 by 960, something like that. 1280 by 1024. So a square, flatter square of screen. Yeah, not even widescreen. That said, I was enjoying it. It co-op, so I was playing it with my friends, you know, at LAN parties, which is pretty much how I gamed in those days. I wasn't really very wired up to the internet. And then about 2 years later, they come out with the next version. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. Faces of War. That's the sequel to Soldiers Heroes of War, 2006. 2 years in development. What set this apart from Heroes? Bigger, more unit counts, bigger maps, scale. Perhaps even more factions. And it told some new stories, and they were all pretty good. I enjoyed them. Now, Faces of War, along with Heroes, can be found in mod format. You can get them for the later platforms without actually buying them. So let's have a quick look at how they were selling it back in the day. The video's jammed. We're not going to see how they turn that battle around. Oh, I'm sure they won. If we have a quick look at a little bit of gameplay, I think we can see again.
Welcome to the special task
The
unit, men.
graphics
Each of you has been described
are
as a perfect
dated.
soldier.
You know, you can really see that kid wagon doesn't look sharp. Those figures don't look sharp. You know, if I stood them next to, say, the current map up, the current updates of Gates of Hell, is it? Just updated their character models. Yeah. But gameplay wise, pretty much the same thing. There's a few quality of life improvements, some, you know, but not many. It's more or less the same. After Faces of War, we get the next generation, and it's going to be called Men of War. Let's have a quick look at the trailer for that one.
sollen wir jetzt machen?
Das hat uns niemand etwas gesagt.
So that's Men of War. Once again, it's increased in scale. More units, better resolution graphics. By then, I'm probably playing in 1.5K at that point, something like that. And the date on this is 2009. So the game's had essentially 2-year gap between iterations. Every 2 years, another version's coming out and updated. Oh look, and Japan was introduced as a multiplayer. Japan's pretty good. I like a bit of Japan action. Again, you know, that's being British, that's a load of history that I don't really know that well outside of things like this game. About a year later, it's time for a really fun expansion pack called Red Tide, Men of War Red Tide. This is entirely Russian Soviet campaign on the Black Sea marine landings, going all the way down the coast from from Crimea all the way to Turkey or however far they go on the way into Germany. Really good campaign. Lots of interesting units, interesting history that I didn't know. All their navy mini subs with racks of Katyusha rockets on the top. Really good. Really definitely worth a play. Again, this is another one that you can constantly find modded. I can find mods of the campaign, download them and install them on whatever the latest version of Men of War is. Works every time. Let's have a look at the trailer and see how they sold us this product at the time. Oh, well, I don't remember that trailer being that long, but it felt pretty long watching it just then. Let's see if we can find some gameplay perhaps and show you more. I don't think that the trailer showed you the history nicely, but I don't really think it gave you a flavour of the gameplay.
Yes.
Here we go. This is a little taste off YouTube. Someone playing it. It's interesting. Oh, look at the menu bar along the bottom of the screen. The buttons. Can you see how customizable it is? You start with the same on the left to right. You can see sort of 9 buttons: fire, attack ground, throw hand grenade, throw anti-tank grenade, etc. that you always have. But the other buttons going from left to right of the screen are also available for you to put any programmable from the right hand corner, any programmable command you like. You know, dig trench, cease fire, attack ground, lay mine, and you could put all of them. You could have all of those commands, every possible command button on your speed bar. For me, who was running in triple screen, by now I'd have been playing, you know, in 1.5, if not 3K. Having programmable buttons, for all of it, blissful. Such a massively cool UI. If you think for my screen, the minimap on the left and the action and the action buttons on the right will be on the right and the left of completely separate screens, miles away to move my mouse without those programmable bars. But for some reason, in their genius, they decided for our next version, which I think will either be, not sure, Men of War Vietnam or Men of War Assault Squad, whichever comes first. In their wisdom, they decided too much customizable speed bars. Nah, don't want that. We'll get rid of them, and they did. So the next one is Men of War Assault Squad, and it comes out in 2011. So again, sort of 2 years later, and this one is different in the usual ways in that it's bigger, got more units, got sharper graphics. So I'm definitely playing in 3K by now. Bigger maps, but it's also got different game types. What this one lacks that I really missed, I was quite sour about when it first came out, was it didn't have the scripted missions. And I really like scripted missions. They tell a little story, play them through. You know, I like them. For me, the scripted missions are what this game was all about, and they just didn't have them. Instead, they had skirmishes and defence missions, and actually, and I was like, all right then. Meh. As it happens, over time, I really fell in love with skirmish as a game type. Just so replayable, so replayable. You know, and I went on to love it. But at the time, I was a bit meh. Let's see how they advertised it back in the day. Watching those missions, I loved all of them. I played them all again and again and again and again and again. Tens of thousands of hours on Men of War Assault Squad and Assault Squad 2. Yeah, really good. And again, you can find them on my channel in a modded format if you're interested. I played through them all again in the later versions of the game. Still playing them, still loving them. Really good. Next up, however, is something a little more forgettable, I'm afraid. I didn't get on too well with this title. I mean, I bought it, I played it maybe once. maybe twice, probably just once. Let's check out the intro for everyone's favourite Men of War entry, Men of War Vietnam. So it's really 6 months after Men of War Assault Squad, and I don't really remember it. It certainly had a campaign. I remember playing through as the Americans and getting booby-trapped in jungles and just being, you know, you'd walk all the way across a map and stand on a booby-trap that you couldn't see, and there's no way to prevent it. It's just sort of random death. Not very pleasant, not very enjoyable. Got to fly in Hueys. And I had Men of War Assault Squad, you know, which was going on, which had it all going on, which is a great game. And, you know, Vietnam, well, no, I didn't really bother, I have to say. So let's have a look at the trailer, see what it has to say for itself. Yeah, so this is the only one in the series, notably the only one in the series that no one has tried to mod and revive into the newer iterations of the game. Just no one has remade it. There are no Vietnam mods at all. Didn't happen. Oh well, kinda says it all. Right, let's get on to the next one. Men of War Assault Squad. What's the date on this one? Let's scroll down and have a look a bit more. 2011. So, no, 2014. So this one's had 3 years of development. So I've had a further 3 years from Men of War Assault Squad 2 to Assault Squad 1 to Assault Squad 2. And it's doing more of the same. It's the same game types as Assault Squad 1, more maps. I think another faction. I think the Japanese actually have missions and stuff to do. Whereas in Assault Squad 1, they're just a multiplayer faction. I don't think they have any PvE content. Here we go. And definitely for me, it's a heyday. Really enjoyed Assault Squad 2. Let's have a look at that. All right, let's join the modern world. Call to Arms. This is 2018. So yeah, 2018. Now, this is a Cold War. Well, not even that. It's kind of, Iraq War. didn't really feel very historical. I played the American campaign and nothing else. There was also a German campaign and a Russian or Soviet campaign, I think Russian, but they didn't launch with the game. They were kind of added later on as the game progressed. You bought the game, it came with the American campaign, and over time they added the German campaign and the Russian campaign. I was pretty busy at that time in my life. I never got to play them. They also had, what they did add is that people really like in Call to Arms Gates of Hell is the Conquest game mode. You know, the dynamic campaign? People love that, and that comes from Call to Arms, this one. Now, again, I never really got to terms with this. I wasn't really thrilled by the scenarios, and yeah, what can I say? I was too busy to play this game. Didn't thrill me. And it wasn't very. Oh, I don't know. Have a look at the trailer. See what you think yourself. Bit meh for me, this one. So it had all the gameplay mechanics I like, but ultimately a bit meh for me. Fantasy, not history. And that brings us neatly into the present, the current day. Call to Arms Gates of Hell, Ostfront. Never played it. Had it for 2 years before I played it. Can't believe it. I owned this game fully for 2 years before I even played it. Didn't touch it, wasn't interested. It didn't support 4K. I can believe it. I played this game since the beginning in very high resolutions. Games always supported it, always been into it. You know, Heroes, that very first title, you could play that in 4K. It'd support it. I played the most of the Men of War games I played in 3K. But I upgraded to 4K, you know, big shiny 4K massive television and a big ass, excuse my language, big graphics card to power it. And it's like, Men of War, yay, that's going to do it fine. I really love Men of War. Can't wait to play this new Men of War game. Looks really good. It's got scripted missions and skirmishes. Looks absolute, oh. Look at this stupid UI. I can't even read it. It's unusable. So, I mean, it's pathetic. So I didn't play this until some guy many years, 2 years maybe later, found a sort of workaround on and posted it on Steam. And then I gave it a go. That, dearest sharpshooters, brings us right up to today, the 15th of May, 2024. Whoops, 2022. Oh, no, it isn't. No, September 2023. Due out. No, sorry, something happened. Something happened in Ukraine that might have slowed that down. Just saying. Now, today, according to Steam, 16 hours time. 16 hours. Just enough time for me to process this video, upload it, for you to watch it, for you to like it, please, please.
Сегодня в 4 часа утра, без всякого объявления войны, германские вооруженные силы атаковали границы Советского Союза.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you.
Twenty 23. No. Today, 15th May 2024.